2022, it's the year of horror, it's Halloween season, and in honor of Halloween, I decided to go back. I watched the film that I missed that came out earlier this year, and I am reviewing the film Barbarian, which has been very much talked about. It has been a horror film that has really just set the genre on fire. Everyone's been talking about it, everyone's been seeing it. This was a huge success at the box office, and today I am here to give my thoughts on the film Barbarian, directed by Cregger. Welcome to the Beniverse. So today on the Beniverse, I am reviewing the film Barbarian, which is directed by Cregger. He is one of the members of the comedy group The Whitest Guy, as you know. He has been a comedy star for quite a while. He's been in episodes of Friends, and this has been a guy who's been working in Hollywood consistently as a comedian. So he stepped out of his comfort zone. He directed this horror film called Barbarian. This film stars Georgina Campbell as Tess, Bill Skarsgård as Keith, and Justin Long as a character named AJ. So Barbarian follows the character played by Georgina Campbell named Tess. Tess is a young woman who decides to go to Detroit for a job opportunity. While they're interviewing for the job, she stays at an Airbnb. She arrives late at night and discovers that Bill Skarsgård's character, Keith, is also staying at the same Airbnb. They find out that the agency double booked them, and they decide to spend the night together at this Airbnb. While there, Tess begins to realize that maybe something is afoot at this Airbnb, and everything is not as it seems. That is the basic premise for the film Barbarian. This is truly a horror film about staying at a place that you are unaware of. This film works in a multitude of different ways. I was really shocked with how much fun I had with the film Barbarian. I think the greatest strength is Cregger's direction within this film. I think it's actually pretty pitch perfect. I don't have any criticisms about how the story unfolds, how Cregger directs it. This is a really scary film. Just straight up, the first 40 minutes are some of the most tense you will ever see on film. It is just truly, you are sitting on the edge of your seat. You are so worried for this character of Tess. Everyone is playing their role perfectly. Bill Skarsgård's role in this film is just absolutely used to perfection. They are able to capture the physical essence of Skarsgård and make something kind of similar to what he does with the character Pennywise in the It films, but in a different way. They use the knowledge that people have of just basically who Skarsgård is as a horror icon, as Pennywise, and just how creepy the guy kind of looks. He just has a creepy looking essence to him, and they use that quite well. And their chemistry together, Tess and Keith, they're really good together. They just have this natural banter and they build this trust with, and then when you're watching it, of course, you're now feeling maybe is this nefarious? Who is this guy? We're a little unaware. But we start buying into this charm of Skarsgård's character, but still being a little bit wary of him. As the film kicks in, as we start uncovering new areas within the Airbnb, that's where the horror tendencies really get just drawn out. It is some really fantastic horror directing. There's so much just darkness. It's just so much blankness on the screen where you just don't know where anything is. It feels disorientating when you're watching it. And it's just brilliant in that way, because when you're watching it, you just feel for this character, Tess, who just doesn't know what's going on. But you also it does this fine line of the character of Tess never just feels dumb because she's going into places. Everything feels mundane enough, but because you know it's a horror film, you're always on this level of anxiety within this film. And it does that so brilliantly. What also I loved about Barbarian, which I was not expecting, this film is really funny. This is a true horror comedy in all the sense of the words. If I had to compare it to a style, this is very much in essence of a Sam Raimi film like Evil Dead. There is so much just bombastic comedy throughout that just comes in really shocking moments that it almost might feel disconcerting, but it plays together so well and it makes the film so entertaining to watch. It feels so different from anything else that is coming out currently. Justin Long in particular helps with this comedic ability in this film. He has some really big laugh lines in this film. He has some really funny scenes. I think Justin Long is kind of the MVP of this film, because the film, when he comes in, it takes a really basically 180 turn. And if Long's character isn't able to sell it, I think the film feels more comedic than it needs to. But he is able to basically be a character that comes in unaware of anything and is able to kind of reset our expectations for this film. And that's what I really liked about this film. I think it's a perfect balance of both horror, comedy. It is, like I said, absolutely terrifying in scenes. And then there's also scenes where you are just laughing hysterically throughout this film. So I can't recommend Barbarian enough. I think this is a really entertaining horror film, and I think it is definitely worth the check out. Zach Cregger directs the heck out of it. It is well written. It is well cast, with Justin Long being the MVP. And I just, like I said, I can't recommend this film enough. I think you go see this film, and I think you're going to have a really good time, and it's going to feel like a true throwback to 1980s horror films. So if you're into that genre, I think you're going to really like Barbarian. I really like this film. I'm giving it 3 out of 4 stars. It did everything that I could ask of a horror film. It's really scary. It's really funny. It's really dark in scenes. It's really disturbing and violent in other scenes. And it just balances all these tones pretty masterfully. So yeah, 3 out of 4 stars for Barbarian. Anyway, that is my review. Thank you for watching this channel. My name is Ben Friedman, and if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe to the Beniverse. Thank you so much, all. Take care. Bye-bye.